Fiona is in Kendal, and Fiona often talks to me on subjects like this, because not least because she's done the Just Stop Oil training. But have you got an answer to the question of what we would need to do tomorrow, Fiona, if we wanted to actually start making proper, meaningful and, crucially, I think, immediate improvement?
Well, I'd like to say yes, I have, but really I've just distilled all the science that I've read and all the messages that we've been getting for many decades now. So I have got some answers. But first of all, James, and really importantly, that we all grasp this, we cannot reverse this. A lot of it now is baked in. All we can do is slow it down and get ready for what's coming. That's the problem. So,
well, the challenge remains the same. I'm now king of the world. I don't know if you heard the news. What do I do first? What do? I get up tomorrow morning. I assemble my crack team. Keith, you can have the day off tomorrow. I assemble my crack team and we start fixing things. What do we do?
Okay. So we start looking at what human beings... Sorry, my throat's not great. We start looking at what human beings really need to survive. And what human beings really need to survive is food, water. We need energy because we can't switch everything off overnight. I totally accept that. But we need those basics to be there. Our homes, we need safety, don't we? We need to feel all those things.
Hang on. No, I can't hang on because I've got loads of people waiting to talk.
We have to dismantle.
I can't hang on. I'm starting work tomorrow, and all I'm getting from you is rhetoric.
We start with dismantling the system.
What does that mean?
Got us into this mess in the first place. We turn around to the fossil fuel companies and we stop them, just like Henry Ford did almost overnight in the Second World War. He stopped making cars and he started doing war prep. We put everything on a war footing. As a government here, you and me or whoever would be there, would be reaching out to all the countries in the world and we'd be signing a non-proliferation treaty to say no more fossil fuels. We cut them down as fast as we can.
But you can't do that. You can't do that. What you cannot tomorrow ban the use of fossil fuels everywhere.
No,
listen, I don't want to hector you.
I said start.
No, I know, but that doesn't mean anything. What do I do? What is the law that I pass? What will they be allowed to do? How much fossil fuels will still be permissible?
Well, that's where you get your experts in. You don't sort of get your Just Stop Oil supporter like me or your TV.
But you have to, because it's what you're campaigning for. You have to tell me what it is that you want.
We have got skilled scientists. We get a cross-party...
No, but this isn't an answer. Forgive me, Fiona. It's not an answer to my question, is it? Ask someone else is what you've rung in to say.
No, you get the experts.
I know, but you're saying ask someone else. I'm saying what do I need to do? And you've rung in to say ask someone clever.
You get a crack team together of people who know what they're talking about.
Yes, I know all this, but what are they going to tell me to do?
They're going to tell you to stop investing in renewable fossil fuels.
That doesn't mean anything. In terms of what we get out of bed tomorrow morning and we go to work, and you can't say, well, we've got to do this and do that and do these other nebulous notional things. This is the problem that I'm trying to highlight, and I'm grateful to you for helping me. This is the problem that I'm trying to highlight. One of the reasons why we don't do enough, or indeed anything, and we're going to do a hell of a lot less after Donald Trump gets back into the White House, as a planet, certainly as a Western world, is because even the people who appreciate the urgency of the problem, like Fiona, don't have answers to the simplest of questions. And that's messaging, isn't it? It's like, you know, in terms of psychology or marketing or whatever it would be, X leads to Y. In order to achieve Y, we must do X. What's X? Assemble a crack team of experts. Use less fossil fuels. We all know that. We already know all this. But we don't do it. So if I woke up tomorrow morning as king of the world, what would I do? And you say ban single-use plastics. How? How would you do that? What would happen to all the people who work in the factories that make single-use plastics? Who would pay their wages? How would they pay their rent or their mortgages? What about all of the infrastructure that we have that depends upon fossil fuels, that depends upon single-use plastics or multiple-use plastics, all of the side effects of crude oil production? You remember doing it in chemistry, don't you? You did a picture of that big sort of vat, and the oil goes into it, and the gases come off the top, and then other products come out of there. Loads of stuff comes out of oil, more than we even realise. You say stop producing it, what happens to all of the things that absolutely rely upon its production? I don't know. It's a depressing thought, but it's an important question. Paul's in Marlborough. Paul, what do you reckon?